Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Argo and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your puppy's ability to understand and respond to his formal obedience commands. The motivation and the correction that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand, mostly to get it up out of the way. That leaves your left hand free to give any correction, and the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar. And it's a little tug and release, it's nothing, just to get his attention, and he understands that as being a correction. Now Argo's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the one that I think is one of the most important to you, and that's proper walking on a leash, which we call heeling. Now Argo is sitting very nicely with his shoulders next to Rich's left leg, so that is heel position. And the command for him to walk is Argo heel.
Argo heel.
Now at this point Argo has a job to do, and that is to stay even with Rich's left leg during the course of their walk, not dragging him down the street, not muscling him, but walking nicely like a little gentleman, keeping his shoulders right next to Rich's left leg. If Rich turns, he should turn. The dog should be focused enough on Rich that he knows that if there's a turn coming, he turns, looks up at his trainer, and he sits automatically when Rich stops walking. So when you're walking with him and you stop to cross traffic, talk to a neighbor, he should be sitting nicely at your left and waiting for his next command. And this is very important for this size dog, because you have to have control of him, or he's going to pull you down and somebody's going to get hurt, and he's not going to mean it. He's just goofy. He's a goofy puppy. Nice automatic sit. Now the next exercise is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and this is your sit stay. You're going to start out working with him indoors as well as outdoors, and you're going to work on about 30 seconds, working up to 3 minutes. Now he broke his stay, so Rich is making him repeat it, and this is what you're going to do at home. And then when Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, returning all the way back around to where they started. And each time that you get back to heel position, Argo expects to get another command, so you have to tell him what you want him to do at that point. And they take off heeling again. And you're going to want to make sure that you continue practicing with him, because this is very important. He's going to continue to grow, he's going to continue to mature, and you want to make sure that he's always well under control. Now this is your sit stay again. Remember, practice indoors as well as outdoors. The more you practice, the better he's going to get. And this time, instead of returning back to him, Rich is going to use his name and he's going to call him. Now this is your come on command, and he comes right in front and sits, and that was beautifully done. One of the things that you don't want him doing is coming at you full speed and you being afraid that he's going to take you out at the knees. So we've been practicing self-control on that come command, both on leash and off, and he's doing much, much better with that. And all of these commands that he's learned here are all designed to develop self-control, which he had very little of. And he's young, that's why, but he's big and young, and that's a deadly combination. Rich is going to call him again. And you notice that when Rich calls him, he doesn't get over the top excited about it. He kind of keeps his voice low, because everything is about Argo paying attention, being a gentleman, responding to his commands. And he's come a long way while he's been here at school. He really has. He's much, much more mature than he was when he got here. In his thinking, that is. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down and stay. And again, practice indoors as well as outdoors. Anywhere where you practice these commands is where you're going to get your best behavior. You're going to work this down command all the way up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, again, he's going to walk all the way around him, and Argo should remain lying there until he gets another command, which he did very well. And Rich is going to heel him out of that command, and we will demonstrate your down from a heel position again for you. And believe me, we supply our own distractions back here. We've got squirrels, we've got birds, we've got acorns falling. Good. Perfect.
Stay.
Very good.
Stay.
So you're going to lengthen this down stay out, both time and distance. And this time, Rich will call him in.
Argo, come.
Very good. And sit. It's so hard to remember that this is just a big puppy. He's not real coordinated. That's normal for his age. So sometimes he looks a little sloppy when he's executing his commands because he's got so much going on and he's growing and can be a little clumsy, as you know. He's not real military, and that's because of his age. Now this time Rich is going to get him to sit. He's going to tell him to stay.
Stay.
He's going to turn to face him. And this is what we call our down from a distance. And again, you're going to lengthen out your distance. And use your right hand to give the command, and you drop him into a down. We have had a lot of fun with Argo here at school. We've really enjoyed having him. His ears are not taped because he's going to spend the rest of his day at the spa getting bathed and getting his nails done and getting all beautiful to come home. We've really enjoyed having him. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.